Hey YouTube, how are you all doing? Lego Leprechaun here again, guys, with a little addition to the city. And we're staying with the Harry Potter team, as you can see from here. But before we get into it, guys, I just want to thank everybody again for a great response to my last week's video. With your good positive comments as always, guys. Such a welcoming reception for me coming back, which is great. And thank you for the new people that have subscribed as well. And for the people that are subscribed and staying with me. So without further ado, let's get going, guys. Today we have a tribute really to the Hogwarts school, but again with a lot of my own take on this. Now, I had a few sets under the table for a few years, I think, by now, and I wanted to do something somewhere eventually, but I didn't know what I was going to do. And I had no place for it, so the sets were just lying idle for a while. I might have mentioned that in last week's video. So I said I was just going to make an attempt here at doing a kind of a castle up on the rock behind Diagon Valley here. And again, guys, originally what I had in place for this was going to be a grey castle, you know, as in light grey with a tint of dark grey, and I was just going to make my own kind of a take on some kind of, I suppose, 16th, 17th century castle, kind of refurbished kind of thing. But I decided to go with the theme of Harry Potter simply because it's just behind what we've done here. Now, we can call this a Harry Potter theme park if we want. It's not anything we'd say regarding to the original take on it with the film. I mean, that Hogwarts school is huge, and I did so many I looked at so many different videos on we'd say between the Harry Potter films and people that had done Hogwarts, and there's some amazing works of art really out there regarding what people have done with Lego with Hogwarts. So I just wanted to bring my own touch on things, but yet have a kind of a castle-y look, something that was going to be towering a little higher than the city level itself. And the beige is a nice contrast actually to, we'd say, the grey, because when you think of it, the city is like full of grey rock, which I love. But again, you know, we've got grey roads, grey paths, everything that you can possibly see. So the beige is a lovely touch, and there's still a bit more to be done here, but so far we've got what I wanted to post this week. I achieved that much this week. I didn't think I'd get it done. It was supposed to go up yesterday, but I was in here putting it together, and I was trying to join what I had built on my table inside home and bring it in here and place it down and kind of connect all that rock work, as you can see there. So it's still not glued into the way I want it, but it's close. So I was out here last night standing on the table trying to get in there, and I mean, God, by the time I finished I was wrecked and I knew I wouldn't be able to actually talk a video out. So here we are, guys. So the tower here you can see is way higher, we'd say, in than the school hall itself. And if you look at the original film, it's not high at all. Like, it's more of a kind of a fat tower, like. But I just wanted to have something, again, as I said, that's viewing out over the city. And again, guys, this is, we'd say, done with 1x1 round studs, and I'll just let it come in there a little bit, and masonry brick. And it's mainly all sandy beige with a hint of the dark sandy beige here and there, just to give a bit of, I suppose, a bit of contrast to it, you know. And a few of those old castle windows kind of, they rotate literally around by the way they're kind of going up at an angle, just so the actual stairs inside will be doing that in rotation to the top. And that's just the 1x1 around allows you to put a masonry brick, or profile brick or whatever, or 1x2 brick, whatever you want to put there. It allows you to bend it, so you can get a full round tower, and you can open it out to be whatever size and width you want. So in this case, I just wanted it to match the bottom area here, where that's the part of the set. Now that particular part isn't at the base of the actual original set. I just brought those round pieces in simply so I'd have something solid to put the tower itself on, you know. And it fitted fine. The actual school hall itself here is a little higher by another window, even though it doesn't look higher in comparison to the tower alongside of it because the tower is so tall. But still, it fits nicely. And again then guys, with the rock work, as you can see here, I just wanted to kind of have it up and I suppose towering out over everything. The Whomping Willow is just the same, and I just put in there as a kind of a reference to Harry and Ron landing just outside the school itself. And there's a lot of kind of green detail work there. I'll get this from the other side of the table in a minute guys, just to kind of give you a different angle on it. So yeah, so that's just again a tribute to it. This little tower here, it was just spare 1x2s that I had. They're not masonry, they're ordinary, with a few masonry brick in there. And I just wanted a kind of a small tower. When I was looking at Harry Potter itself guys, there's tons of towers all over the place. And I just wanted a bit of a reference to that, but my own touch on it again. Now behind that we'll have kind of mills plates coming up towards the end here, and I do plan on putting something just between the tower and the hall here, or just between Hogwarts little hut and that tower on the back line, and I'll explain a bit more there about that in a minute. Regarding the Hogwarts, regarding Hagrid's little hut, guys, that's nothing much there. I took the smaller part of the set and put it in there, because again, that's just a tribute to it. There wasn't much room to add more, so I just kind of kept it basic and small, you know, just as a reference. And Buckbeak is there with a few pumpkins. So there'll be little bits in time that I'll be making scenes out of it and stuff here and there, but for now I just wanted to get it in there, you know. So coming around this side of it then, I wanted to have this back line that you see here. Basically that's the clock tower, and I just put my own touch on that. I'll show you in a minute there. Just maybe to lens in a little bit here so you can see. So what I had done here guys is I just put stilts on the footpath there, and that's masonry brick running up with the arches. Now I'm still kind of working on, we'd say, what I'd like to do with that, but for now it just holds this kind of tribute to the clock tower. And the roof of that I just changed completely, because again I want to kind of looking out over the city, and then we have a bridge coming from the front of the hall here across to it, so this will be eventually continuous, you know. I'll give you a better view of that in a minute now. And again, that's kind of my own take on things guys. It's fitting into the city where you'll eventually be able to walk it like a massive scenic walk, you know, if you're a minifig. So I'm going to go around the other side there and just give you a look at the back part of it, and to show you the plans of where the roads are going and stuff like that. Okay. Alright guys, now here we have this side view here where the road is. I'll just show you where it kind of is coming. Sorry there, no, little bike is in the way. So you're literally coming up this road here. We will have a mill plate, just an elbow here, literally a corner, and it's going to run down here towards the back table where eventually we'll have the mountains. So I wanted to just kind of again extend, we'd say, the hall area here and bring it out over. So I just built a bridge, and again guys, I just sit down and I play with things until I come up with a design. So I just, between the beige, and I wanted to run a small bit of that kind of the jade green through it, and spare parts, just playing around and seeing what I could come up with. So I just wanted something to bridge out over here to the actual town, the clock tower. And as you can see, you can literally walk through that across the bridge, and then you're into the actual hall itself. So the roof of this guys again is done with slopes, and I didn't use, we'd say, the studded base plates that come with the set. I just kind of worked on my own design, and I wanted something that was going to face out, that you could see, and that would just, I suppose, bounce off the actual tower over here, you know. So this is just my take on it. And I just wanted, again, I wanted height. I wanted something in the back line. These little masonry brick stilts or stabilizer, whatever you call it, they're like, again, a small bit of a castle look. I'm not sure whether I leave the gaps in between them here, kind of. I'll see. Just tell me what you think. It's hard to see them from there now because it's the front views where you see those gaps more so. But again, you have the bottom part here that you can still walk along. And these stilts themselves, guys, I'm going to bring right down here as far as this corner before we go down. Sorry, I know I have a wire in the way there. Before we go down the actual hill. So I'll bring it right along for a back line, because I think it'll be lovely to kind of give a, I suppose, a kind of a facade look on the actual higher level of the city at the back, you know. So we'll make our way around there now to the back of the actual castle itself, and I'll just show you a little bit of detail there then. Okay guys, here we are now at this side of it, and again just showing a bit of a take on the bridge from this angle. And these are all just bits and pieces, guys, that were left over from the sets, and I just kind of work on putting them together to come up with something. And you can see the walkway in here, and we've got a bit of rock work running down the back here. Now again guys, this wouldn't be my best rock work. I kind of just kept it simple because it's at the back line, you wouldn't see much. As I was talking to you about there, I have burps in there and they're grand for the height and stuff like that, but I would prefer to cover them a bit more richly, so you don't have any trace of that kind of man-made wall look that the burp can give at times. But again, it's the back line, so I just kept it kind of simple. And again, like that, we'll have those mills plates coming right up here at the back, and then we have a small I still have to put the back on Hagrid's hut here, but yeah, we've just got a small little wall here, and it'll be complete in this corner. Like, that's it. Before we enter this area here, it's still a crap heap. So I'll be getting back to that eventually and explaining what's going on when I get more parts, but that'll be a while off yet. So yeah, so this is it, and this is just some of the detail then around here, just where I suppose, you know, you're walking up and down to the different towers from this back part, where Hagrid is. And I did change one thing actually on Diagon Valley, guys. This original building, the pink one here, was here last week, and this was over there. That's how the set comes in sequence when you place them down. But I actually took this building from here and I put it over here simply because it's lower, and I couldn't really see much of what was going on here with this one. It was too high. So I just swapped them out yesterday, and it looks quite fine. You know, they fit because they're all the same size base plate. And it fits exactly with what I had arranged down there, because it's the same base plate as well, you know. So yeah, so that's just, it worked out fine. So yeah guys, so that's it really in a nutshell. And we'll be doing more down at the end there where the haunted house is. That's my next video for you guys. I won't have a complete probably by next week, but what I will do is I'll do a video on we'd say the progress of it, you know, because that's the next project. And eventually we'll be coming back up to this area when we get some new, well, 1 million grey bricks. That'll be a while off yet. So again guys, thanks for everything. Thanks again for, you know, subscriptions, likes, thumbs up, and sharing if you did. And till the next video, Lego Leprechaun out.